Hi there. Welcome to our next video explaining a little bit about life coaching with me. So, as I said in the video that talked a little bit about what Soaring Eagle Healing does, a big part of my business is coaching one on one with people. Through this process, what I do is I really bring in some different things. So, there are three things that I call a little bit of the Holy Trinity. So it's kind of like a triangle when I think about it and what I do to help people through this. So the first thing that I do is I bring movement. So what I really believe is that movement and being able to come into our body brings us to a whole different experience of experiencing what's going on outside of us, experiencing the relationships that we have with others, and just experiencing life in general. And so as we do this, movement really brings in a key piece to how we connect. It's really connected to the three: body, mind, and spirit. So that is the first part of my coaching. It brings in this idea of moving your body. The second part is mindfulness. So mindfulness, maybe you're thinking, okay, she does meditation with us. Yes, there is an element of meditation included sometimes, and it all depends on where you're at during those sessions. But really, what the mindfulness part is having that opportunity to talk together. I believe that when people can express themselves in a sacred and safe space, there are things that come up that are your own discoveries about how you become mindful in your everyday. Now, what mindful means to me is that there's a greater awareness. There isn't this autopilot of going through life and just thinking that whatever circumstance is happening or however you are reacting is the only way that it can be happening. So with that, what I really teach is there's choice. There's always choice with everything. And when we can really get closer to that and be more aware in those moments of our life, that it really changes how we may react or how we really internalize what that means for us. It also translates to how much self-love and self-worth that we really start to cultivate and start to embrace for ourselves, because that is the most important piece of what mindfulness is all about. Now, the third piece is energy. So with this, I really do bring in the practice of Reiki healing. It is something to me that as I learned the modality that is very similar to if you were to think about massage, reflexology, those different pieces that really work within the body. And what they do is bring you to a space of parasympathetic. Parasympathetic in the body means that you are in the state of rest and digest rather than fight or flight. In our culture, what I believe is that there are a lot of times that we are stuck in this fight or flight and we are always in a stress response. That affects our bodies, that affects our moods, that affects how we move forward, that affects our energy level. Are we tired all the time? Are we excited? Are we not feeling well most of the time? Do we have headaches? There's a lot of different things that connect with that, and I believe that energy is everything. So when we can really look at our own energy, what we're bringing and how we're showing up, this is a really, really big piece of that triangle and that trinity that I'm talking about that I really serve people in these coaching sessions. Now, these coaching sessions are not just one and done. So what I've really prided myself on through the work of my business and how I've grown through my business is I build in the consistency for you. I believe that consistency is such a huge piece of being coached, because as you do it more, you are building upon the discoveries that you are making and exploring who you really are. That is all that it's about. And as you start to do that, that's when the changes and the shifts start to happen. Only when you start to accept and really see yourself for who you are, do you really get to be able to make those changes that you want to see and create the life that you want to create. So they really come in a package of a 6-month package, looking at that pretty much on a monthly basis. There's a lot more that go into this particular package and other things that are added to it that are all pieces of it. But this is the really important piece and really the meat of it. So that's why I want to explain that first. And as we get on a call together, we can talk a little bit more about the other pieces. This call is also an hour and a half. I found that an hour wasn't enough, and that an hour and a half really allowed us that movement, mindfulness, and energy, and really to bring that together. Being able to put that aside and that hour and a half aside for yourself on a monthly basis is another expression of self-love that you can give yourself as you move forward in your own journey. So with that, that is the information for that. As you will see below, there is a button that you can push to have a complimentary session with me, that energetic discovery spark session. Again, that is where we can really talk about what your desires, what your wants are, and we can really determine if this coaching package is something that will really connect for you. It's all about being connected for you. It has nothing to do with me, has nothing to do with anything else other than if it connects for you and if it feels like the right move. So please check that out, and I hope to see you on my schedule soon. Have a great day.